Hi everyone, this is Debbie here from Southern Delight. So glad that you joined me today. Well, I have something very special lined up for you. A lot of my viewers have been asking the question on how to price gift baskets to sell. And of course you always want to price them where you can actually make a profit at doing this. Well, I put together a short little video on how I do my pricing. I hope you'll stay tuned because I have some very good tips to help you out with this. Well, if you've tuned in today, I bet you're wanting to find out how to make money selling gift baskets. And right here I have set several different styles of gift baskets in front of you. And I'm mainly going to be focusing on the one in the center here, is the one that we're going to use in the example. And many of my viewers have been asking questions like, how do you price the items? Where do you sell them at? Where do you get your materials and so forth? And I want to touch base on a lot of these items. The first step you want to do is to decide who your market is. What do you want to be selling, and who are you selling it to? And of course the holidays are very simple. Of course, you know, Valentine's Day is just around the corner, so we're going to theme everything Valentine's Day. And you can do gifts that are centered around, you know, for people that you love, friends, family, male, female gifts. Valentine's Day is really wonderful because you've got everybody that is looking for different types of gifts at this time of the season. So that one's a really no-brainer. I mean, you can do little girl gifts, little boy gifts, you can do teens, tweens, you can do grandmas, grandpas, you know, middle-aged, your friends, your boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives. So it covers a huge market, and that's probably why it is one of the biggest holidays for florists. Number two, you want to create a product. And when you're creating your product, you want to make sure that you have good quality items. You don't want your items to look cheap, or you don't want them to fall apart. I mean, you want something that's going to represent you, and if you have a company that you're trying to build, you want to build a product that represents you and your company. So you want to look for quality goods when you're going and putting something together. And usually what I do is I do a lot of creating, and I'll do some test rounds and see, you know, whether I like this or if I like that. And a lot of times I test them out on my family and kind of get their opinion or get my friends' opinions on, you know, if they like this or not. And then you want to watch, like, when you're gathering the items together, because you're wanting to keep the cost of the items down as low as possible. You can shop around. I know if you shop off season, if you like to shop like I do, at Christmas time, wait till Christmas is over when they have clearance sales. Go in there and buy different items like from Hobby Lobby or Michael's or some of the higher quality stores, even Walmart's. Go in there and you can find a lot of good quality items that are marked down. A lot of times you can get those items for less than what wholesale is, because I do a lot of wholesale buying, and I'm telling you, they mark them down very low, and you can't get this quality of goods. So if you do a lot, you know, you want to shop around and just stock up. You know, get little tubs and then put these things aside for, you know, the next season, because this season's going to come around next year. And then the next thing you want to do is decide, you know, if your company, are you going to just be doing this part-time? And, you know, is it a one-time thing, or are you going to be doing it maybe once or twice a year? And decide whether or not it would benefit you to get a tax ID number. If you're doing this year-round and you're doing it constantly, I would advise you to get a tax ID number. And what that allows you to do, and yes, you have to pay taxes and follow the laws. You want to follow the tax laws and pay your sales tax. But it does have a lot of benefits to it, because if you're buying items all the time and you can't get those discounted sales, you can always go in and buy wholesale. And that helps also a lot when you're buying in large quantities. So those are just a few tips right there that can help you. And then nextly, we're going to take some time and talk about some pricing. And I put together a little formula for you, and I'm going to show it to you right here. Okay, I don't know if you can see this real good or not, but we're focusing on the gift basket right here. I'm going to drop this picture in. And this particular gift basket, I happen to pay about $20 for the cost of all the goods that I use to make this. So the C here on the chart is going to stand for the cost of my goods. And you want to multiply the cost of your goods times 2. And I usually use that as a standard formula for most of the items that I sell. So let's say, for example, I spent $20 in cost. If I multiply it by 2, I can sell this product for $40. Well, if you look at the product, we'll look at it again. Well, if you look at the market around us, this product at this time would probably sell anywhere from $50 and on up, just depending. Well, I decided to sell my product at $50. And so what that does is it's going to give me a profit margin of $30. And it only takes me 1 hour to make it. So on my little part-time job in this little hobby, I have just made $30 for 1 hour. Okay, and now we're going to go and I'll show you the second way that you can use to price items. Okay, the second method that you can use is just ask yourself the question, how much do you want to pay yourself for 1 hour of work? Well, you can come up with an idea and be fair, because you don't want to come up and say, oh, I want to make $100 an hour. You want to be realistic. So you want to take that into consideration and then add the cost of your goods. And I put it down again. We're using the same gift basket. And the example I used was, okay, say I want to make $30 for 1 hour's work. So what I'll do is add that to the cost, and I come up with $50 for my price. And that one was pretty much head on with what the market is doing. And you can adjust these prices, just base it on what is selling around you, and make sure that your prices are fair, because you don't want to undercut yourself, and you definitely don't want to overprice things, because you don't want to be stuck with these things at the end of the season. You know, some of them you can hold on to, but a lot of them don't hold up, even when they're boxed up. So you want to fair pricely. Well, I hope these tips will help you. I know a lot of you are probably like I am right now. If you could use some extra cash, this is a great way to do it. So I hope to see you next time, because I've got plenty more that I'm going to share with you.